Hello friends, have a great experience and welcome to Solaris Study Crack. Yes, you have read the correct in the thumbnail that here we will be discussing some of the ways to get a legible handwriting. I mean a good, attractive, neat and clean handwriting. Moreover, through various studies, we found that a good handwriting, a handwriting defines your personality too. So be smarter, be with us on Solaris.studycrack, and for today by this video get a smart personality through your neat handwriting. So let's go further. We will be let me give you a index of what we will be discussing about all. Okay, since we will be discussing about having a good handwriting skill, so first of all we need to understand how a good handwriting can we have. A good handwriting does not mean that you have to write H like this, or you have to write K like this, or a G like this. This is not what we call a good handwriting or a legible handwriting. This is not. What we call a good or attractive and neat and clean handwriting is that it should be legible. Okay, the word legible, and you know what is the word legible means? Something that is easy to read. Something that is easy to read. Something that is easy to read. Okay, and when we are discussing about the legible, then we get the definition of the legible word, something which is legible to read, and this definition is obviously according on the basis of handwriting. Okay, and now something which is easy to read. How can we get a handwriting which is very much easy for everybody to read and interesting too? To get the easy handwriting, you must write in a neat way. You already know it, that you have to write in a neat way. And another point to be remembered is it should be attractive. And when a handwriting is attractive, then a inner voice comes from you and says that, wow, what a handwriting, it's really good blueprinting. It's not it. Sounds good? Let's start. And it should also be, what to say, it should also be a neat way, and yes, obviously it should be consistent. It should be consistent. Sorry, I wrote letter. It should be consistent. Okay, this is the most important way. It should be consistent and it should be neat way. These 1 and 2 will make this attractiveness, and this attractiveness will make your personality better, will make you feel people better, will attract people towards you or your handwriting. Okay, and you also know this, that this neat way of handwriting and consistent will give you an attractive handwriting that will define you within just a simple page. And that simple page does not mean that you have to have good marks. That simple page, yes, a good handwriting will also give you good marks too. And now let me give you an index of what we will be discussing about. We will be discussing about, first of all, the pen holding, pen or pencil. Okay, pen or pencil holding methods. Pen or pencil holding methods. Then we will be rather discussing about best type of handwriting. Best type of handwriting. Then we will be discussing about benefits of the types, and then it will be up to your choice that what you would choose. Okay, benefit of the, this is actually not the plain face, that's why I'm having some problem. Benefit of the types. Okay, benefit of the types. And then we will be discussing linear practicing, linear practicing. It is not any hard way. You have to just give marks. I will discuss it serial wise, and you will find that it is really easy way to get a handwriting within just 3 days. Okay, within just 3 days of 1 hour practice, you will get a legible handwriting. I will not say it good, a legible handwriting. Whatever is easy to read is always attractive, is always neat way, is always consistent. So in one word we will say a legible handwriting. Okay, you will get. Then we'll be discussing some of the sub methods, okay, that we basically ignores, but subconsciously who are the good writers and who have the good handwritings follow this. Okay, so let's start with the first option, pen holding methods. Actually there is not a single way to hold your pen, that you should hold a pen like this, or like this. Check. Nothing is there. Okay, but the most often way to handle your pen is that you should have like this. You should first do like this, and your middle finger and the other two fingers would give a support like this, and you would be triangle. Okay, like this. Support created. This make a triangle, put it and write down here. Actually I'm not very much familiar with the first. Okay, now we have discussed about the pen holding method, and let's discuss one of the sub method of this pen holding method. Okay, let me give the number. In the one number we discussed that triangular form of handing, triangular form of holding. Okay, sorry, not handling, triangular form of holding pen or pencil, you would understand according to you. And another point we have discussed, so this is a support of other three fingers, okay. And with the support of other three fingers, we should also discuss about another fact, and that is called including elbow. What do you mean by including elbow? Is not it sounds good? Including elbow. Some people write like this, cha 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 cha. They are just moving their wrist. Okay, they are just moving their wrist, cha 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 cha, or cha 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 cha. This is not the way. When you are writing, then you should include your whole elbow. Look at the elbows. Okay, I am moving. I am, what to say? I am Solarian. Sorry, this is not there. A member of Solarian company. Solarian and company, actually. Member of Solarian and company. Okay, have you noticed my elbow? This should go like this. In fact, when I was reading this, you can replay the video. When I was reading this, I was including my elbow. Okay, don't do like this. You should like this. You have written one, move, written, move, written, move, written. Okay. These are the two sub factors or sub methods that is derived from the pencil holding method. I mean, I have included this in the major factor pen holding methods. Okay, but let me inform you that there is no such way to hold that you have to hold pen like this in triangular form, but this is the most familiar way, and you can do, or you can hold your pen in whatever way you feel comfortable with. Okay, sounds good. Best type of handwriting. Okay, according to various studies, I am giving the numbers. According to various studies, best type of handwriting is called the mainly cursive handwriting. Actually, I am not familiar with the cursive. I basically write in printed forms, and yes, obviously print is also good in its own, but the best form of handwriting is called the cursive handwriting, simply because it has its own loop designs. Okay, it has its own loop design, and print handwriting has its own attractive design. Okay, when you are writing in print, you will have a design of loop. Okay, and when you are writing in print, then you will have a design of attractiveness. Okay, we'll have an attractive design, really. In fact, most of the awards won by the various handwriting experts, and handwriting experts has also told that print writing is the most familiar way in which the reading is most legible. Okay, let me write it here again. Legible. In print, the word is more legible, because in cursive handwriting you are doing loops like this, so it is not easy for everyone to read. But when you are writing in print, then even a small child who is just reading or just learning ABC can also read this well. Okay, now the cursive handwriting has another best point. The point is that if a child from very if a child from the very beginning of his writer start learning the cursive handwriting, then studies prove that a creation of loop will form in the brain that would improve the logical, creative, and expansional thinking. Of a baby. Okay, of a baby. Yes, the study proved, and this is proved in the 2009 UK study. Okay, 2009 UK study. You can search in Google. And when you are writing in print, and there are no such loops are forming in your brain, but it would look more attractive. It would also be very much easy to read for each and everyone who know the simple letters too. Okay, but if you are adult enough, like if you are reading in class 7 or 6 and wants to improve your handwriting, then please don't move to cursive handwriting. Okay, if you are a print writer, then don't move to cursive handwriting. Okay, and just try to improve your print handwriting. And in the sub method there will be another very important, that how can you improve your cursive or print handwriting by individual letter improving. Okay, individual letter improving, ILI. Actually I have given this name, so credit now, thanks. Okay, I will be discussing later about this. Okay, and now we will be discussing about the linear practicing. I am changing the page. The linear practicing. Okay, the phone number in that page. Linear practicing. What is meant by linear practicing? Linear practicing is, lines. You have to just pull up lines. Okay, if you are a print writer, then you should practice like this, horizontally, or like vertically, like this. Okay, and if you are a cursive writer, then you should practice like this. Okay, or like this. Practice this for 5 minutes daily for 3 days. Okay, whatever way you want to write, whatever way you feel comfortable. If you are a print writer, then go for print. If you are a cursive writer, then go for cursive, but you should practice linear practicing. Okay, now in this linear practicing, let me discuss about a sub method. In linear practicing, a sub method is that actually it is a very insulting point, one that I'm going to discuss about. Only some of the individual letter you have to improve, like who writes in print language when they are writing R, and it is the actual form of writing R. Okay, we know it. But when we are writing, let me do here, dots, or right or wrong. Okay, but some like this. Even I also in some cases make these mistakes. Okay, like this. I also sometimes make these types of mistakes. Actually, I am very much shameful for this now. But you should not do this. Even if you're writing so fast, then you should give a small kind of ferret. And if you're writing R in, let me write this P here. Okay, it is print. And if you're writing R in cursive, okay, then actually this is the form of writing, or either you can write in this or you can write in this also. Okay, but some people do like that, or like this, or some childs of class 1, 2, 3, 4 do like this, or some do like this. this should not be done. This looks like E. Okay, the best form to write E in R in cursive is you write like this. This is more legible, more understandable, more neat, more clean. Why? Because the expert says, handwriting experts, and I am not one of those. I have just learned it from from a. Hello friends, again let me cut it down. Actually I didn't notice that this was not recording. Oh, sorry, I hurted the copy. I hurted my copy. Okay, we were discussing about the writing of T. These when we are writing about the capital T, the most of the cursive writers do a mistake. They write it like this or this or this. Okay, this is not actually the way how to write T. Okay, this is not actually the way how to write T. The cursive T writing way should be like this. Yes, you may say that how much time can get it, can give like this and again this. Okay, but you can also give like this, or you can also do like this. But this is not the way of writing T. Okay, so please don't do it. And if you are writing T, then do like this or this or even this, or even you can do this. And if you are a print writer, then do this, or even you can do this. Okay, most of the people don't make mistakes in small T, but the cursive writers in capital T make some of the mistakes. And one of my friend, actually one of my senior, he get every year he gets 0.25 marks reduction in most of the letters, simply because of this T, simply because of his T, and he is a student of English Arts. To get this, it's so bad luck. And now we will be discussing about K. Okay, actually this didn't record it, so I cut it down. And now the students make mistakes also in writing of K. Okay, let me write it again here: does and don'ts. Okay, don'ts. K. When we are discussing about K, then the cursive writers makes a small mistake in writing K. Okay, they do write like this or this. Okay, but if you are a cursive writer, okay, if you are a cursive writer, then do write T like this. Okay, write T like this. Whatever the gap may be, you should put a gap in between the upper portion of the K. Okay, and the print writers does not make any mistakes in K. I write K like this, and this is not actually good way, I also know, but I am familiar with this. Okay, and don'ts, what don't I have already taken. Okay, so let me write for cursive writers. Okay, let me see, right here it down. For cursive writers, they should not do this. Okay, they should not do this. This is a very bad way of writing K, and they should not do it. And now the top point, last but not the least point, is that consistency. Okay, consistency, this is the most important. If you ignore all the other, then it would not affect you, but this is the most important. Okay, I am writing it here, and you also know that how much important is consistency in your writing. Okay, if you are writing like I want to eat some fruits. Okay, and it's like the same line: I want to eat some fruits. Again, it's like the same line: I want to eat some fruits. Which line is looking more attractive? Okay, which line is looking more attractive? You put it out: 1, 2, and 3. What would you say? Which line is looking more attractive? Okay, let me write it down again here. Another point. Okay, that same line: I want. Actually, this line is not plain. That's why I am having some problem to write it here. I want to eat some fruits. Okay, which line is looking more legible? Yes, obviously you can say that this line and this line are looking comparatively more legible than these two lines. Okay, 0. Here they are 0. We are top class. We are top class. I mean me and my visitors. Okay, thank you. Here I can say, here we can see that there's a consistent of gap. Okay, there's a consistent of gap between each word, and yes, obviously there is not a consistent of gap, but there is a consistent of gap, there is a consistent gap, and for this consistency and for this inconsistency, okay, for this only this much inconsistent, here is a consistent gap, here is a consistent gap, here is a consistent with all of this. Okay, but for this inconsistent, the whole line is looking somehow not attractive, not that much like attractive, not that wow attractive. Okay, this line is not looking like that wow attractive, and you can say that yeah, not evident. And even in these two, they are overlapping each other, so therefore these lines are totally crossed. They should get a triple cross actually. Okay, and this line also, this line is double cross and this line is single cross, but you would see here a consistency is there, is not it? And this line looks more good. Okay, this line looks more good rather than all of this comparison. And yes, I have made a small mistake too in this line, that if I would keep a gap like this, then here I have pulled a gap of 2 pens, and here I have pulled a gap of 1, here 1, here 1, and here I have given a very big gap, because when you are writing like I want, here is 1 letter, here is 1 letter, and here is 2 letter, and here is it. Okay, when you are writing like this, in, on, to, off, on, and etc. of it, these 2 words, 2 letter words and single letter words. Okay, and single letter, okay, and single letter words, 2 and single letter words, then you should put a higher gap. Okay, you should put a higher gap between or after. Okay, you can put either before or after the word when you are writing 2 or single faced word. Okay, and you should put a long gap. This will make your writing more looks good. Okay, that's all. So friends, please, if you like my video, then please put the thumbnail. Okay, hit the thumbnail and subscribe to our channel Solarian.studycrack. And yes, obviously share it. Okay, this is the symbol of share, no, in Samsung mobiles, I think so. Share it, press the bell icon, and never miss an update from Solari Study Crack. Okay, and share or subscribe our video, and moreover share and subscribe our video to get more smarter. It will make you smarter day by day. Have a great day.